Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on Legends of Tomorrow Season 2, and this is going to be my review for Episode 4 of Legends of Tomorrow Season 2, otherwise entitled Abominations. So obviously before we go ahead, there will be spoilers throughout this review for this episode of Legends of Tomorrow. So if you have not seen it, you might want to go check it out, then come back to this video and let me know what you thought of it. But let's get into what I thought about this episode. So this episode of Legends of Tomorrow centered around a time aberration back in the times of the Civil War in 1863, where the team faced some expected things, seeing that it was a notable point in history, but also some unexpected things, undead things I guess you could say. I still think it is a great thing that they have a different narrator at the beginning of each episode. It just mixes things up a bit and doesn't really make out that there is one main character in this show. We got an extra part of that Barry Allen message from the future where he says that a war is coming. Now, is he alluding to the events of the crossover? Or is he alluding to something else, possibly involving the Legion of Doom? Heading back to the times of the Civil War was pretty fun. I did like the setting and everything like that. And the main reason was to sort out the distress call from the time traveler, I think he was a time pirate from earlier. We do meet Henry Scott, who is a former slave working for the Union Army, who we meet running away from the Confederate forces, who do end up actually becoming zombies. Now, Henry Scott is actually a real-life figure in history, so that was actually a nice addition to the episode, that they included an actual historical figure. But due to Henry Scott dying, history is changed. So this is where Jax offers himself to fix it by using his race as an advantage in those times. But you had to actually feel bad for Amaya, who is Vixen, and Jax, as they had to watch fellow people of their background be tortured and not being able to do anything, like just sit there and watch due to not wanting to blow their cover. It was a bit random seeing Heatwave turn into a zombie, but I guess it did give some action on the Wave Rider, which we did actually get a decent amount of in this episode. The initial meeting with Ulysses S. Grant was hilarious, with Nate calling himself a colonel of the Union Army, Colonel Sanders, which, if you didn't know, is the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken, or KFC. They definitely added in the horror elements into this episode when Ray and Professor Stein are searching for zombie Heatwave on the Wave Rider. Now, that part where Jax was in the cellar with the other slaves of the plantation was pretty damn sad, where they told him all of the different stories and how they wouldn't be broken. And due to this, especially throughout the rest of the episode, it definitely changes Jax's state of mind, but it was pretty badass when Vixen breaks Jax and everyone else out. Watching Professor Stein having to deal with the Wave Rider zombie situation was pretty funny, especially that part when Heatwave turns back to normal and it's just sort of awkward. The production of this episode looked great and it looked like it would have been pretty expensive to make, but it paid off in my opinion. I thought it looked really cool. It had different tones going throughout this episode, which I thought was pretty cool. We obviously saw Heatwave give Captain Cold's gun to Ray, which Ray will most likely be using over the next couple of episodes, just so that he actually can go out on the field, with a weapon and be protected. But I don't necessarily think it will last that long, and he will get a new Atom suit before the crossover event, or possibly throughout the 3 episodes of that event. But overall, I thought this episode was a lot of fun to watch. Definitely had some inner messages going throughout it. Obviously wasn't the biggest addition to the storyline of the season as a whole. It's sort of similar to last week when they were in Japan, and it was just, that episode's in Japan, this episode's in the Civil War, but it really doesn't add to that larger storyline of the Legion of Doom. So hopefully next episode we do get some additions of the Legion of Doom or some activity from them within the episode. You could make the argument that the Wave Rider stuff could have, not been in the episode, but that's happened in Legends of Tomorrow a lot. Sometimes when someone is left on a ship, there will be a storyline to go along with that. So last episode we have Professor Stein and Jax find the secret room where they found out that message from Barry Allen. And then in this episode we had Heatwave, Ray and Professor Stein again on the ship dealing with an internal zombie situation. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, it'd be very much appreciated if you could leave a like on it. Let me know in the comment section below, what did you enjoy about this video? Did you like it? Did you think it was a bit average? And if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.